Hello and welcome back to White Lotus, the podcast all about Avatar the Last Airbender. All the information you need to know, especially leading up to this new Netflix series, which I'm so excited about.
I'm Hannah.
And I'm Shannon, and today we're reviewing Book 1, Episode 2.
Chapter 2.
What?
Yeah, it's called Chapters.
Oh, okay, wait, okay.
Anyway, it's The Avatar
Because it's a
Returns.
book.
And
it's called The Avatar Returns, and we're still on the animation that looks like it was drawn. Did they ever switch? I feel like they must have. They did something to,
you know what? I
upgrade
think
it.
I read something that, and partially it was hand-drawn, and then, so partially hand-drawn and partially computer-generated. But anyway.
But I think there was a point, because I think when the series started, it wasn't really, computer animation was still not necessarily the go-to, and people still did drawn, but I think that's completely out of the picture now. I don't think you'll find that ever.
Yeah.
Except for people who are this. It's the same people who listen to
hipsters.
vinyl. Yeah. It's nobody really does that practically, but they're it's a style. Or shooting on 35mm film.
Oh my
which
God.
Every filmmaker is oh yeah, I'm gonna do that. But then when it actually comes to doing it, they're why?
Yeah. Anyway, so I almost said boy in the iceberg.
That was last week's, definitely not weeks. It's been a long time.
Month? Question mark?
Before we get into the episode, I just want to talk a little bit about the creators, Michael DiMartino and Brian Kanitzko. Okay. There's actually a documentary that I learned most of this about. It's on YouTube. That's where I found it. It just kind of auto-played. I found it by mistake. And so a lot of this information is from that. And also...
Are you sure it's, correct?
It's a documentary where they're talking.
Oh, I thought it was, kind of a kid documentary.
No, they're saying it. But apparently, Brian and Michael met at the Rhode Island School of Design, which if you don't know, which you probably don't, Hannah.
Probably.
Rhode Island School of Design is literally the Juilliard for visual arts. Yeah.
Okay.
So it's impressive. They were good artists. They know what they're doing. And I tried... First, I looked on IMDb to, kind of see what they'd done before this. And I saw that both of them have only, 2 other credits. And it's both the same credits that these guys have. But they've worked at,
Were they roommates?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
Oh my God, they weren't roommates.
Oh my God, they were roommates. They weren't. Who knows? Let's ask them one day.
Yeah. Oh my God, let's. When this goes viral, be like, hey guys.
The
oh my God, they were roommates.
Millions of people that love Avatar. There honestly is. I didn't realize how big Avatar was
yeah.
until I'm searching more into it. It's so huge. It was why, it got an M. Night Shyamalan movie and a Netflix series. But they both worked at Film Roman for 12 years, and they both worked on King of the Hill and Family Guy, and they both directed episodes of that too. And besides that, that was kind of their only credits they really have on IMDb. I guess when they did stuff behind the scene, like more animation stuff, they weren't really credited, which is kind of weird because they're only credited for the episodes that they directed.
Yeah.
I think that kind of sucks. If you work in television in any capacity, you wouldn't be credited on IMDb for that. Anyway, that's just a little rant.
It's true.
But other than that, Michael DiMartino, he also writes novels. And Brian Kanitzko.
Is that where they got the
makes
the
music.
book 1, chapter 1? Because he's a novelist.
I was thinking about that.
Oh my God.
But what I was saying is Brian Kanitzko also writes music, and I'm pretty sure he was he did some of the music for Korra, or not all of it. He definitely wasn't the main person. But
yeah.
I think he definitely did stuff in it if I remember from the credits.
That's
also,
really
I don't know
cool.
if you know this. They both executive produced the M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Wait, what's
They were a
that?
big part of it. The Avatar movie.
Why do you call it that?
What, the M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Yeah.
Because it's so confusing. When you say Avatar the Last Airbender, first of all, if you say Avatar, people are oh, blue people?
Yeah.
And that's why they had to do all this stuff with changing.
Wait.
They changed the name of the M. Night Shyamalan movie. They took away the Avatar, so it's just called The Last Airbender. But then it's confusing because people always reference Avatar The Last Airbender as Avatar The Last Airbender. So it's this whole huge confusing thing with Avatar because it's so used.
But why do you call it M. Night Shyamalan?
because he's the famous director who did it. It's like his thing. I think he like wrote it or helped write it. Did you
It definitely seems like an indie film, you know?
No, it seems like a high budget movie.
I know, but like by an indie director. It just has an indie feel to it.
He's like a well-known indie director. I don't even know. He does like horror stuff.
Honestly, that entire movie was a horror, and you can quote me on that.
I've never seen the movie, but I did see everything wrong with it, and I think I have a pretty good feel for it. But I was honestly like, how is it that bad? It looks, from what I've seen, from like screenshots and what's so bad. But what I saw from that one 5-minute video, I was like, how did they make it this bad? What is so weird? If you have Brian and Michael on the board, really doing so much for this movie, why did they say it was okay to like call Aang Ong?
Wait,
and like,
oh my god!
And they called it, instead of like Avatar, it was like Avatar, and
that's so weird.
They called Sokka
what are they,
like
Canadian
like
or...
Sokka. Like they changed the names of everything, and it was just weird. Like I just don't understand
unnecessary.
Why. The one thing they could do is like keep the world and the tone, and they changed that. Also, the fight scenes were like super disappointing in that.
Oh yeah, I remember it was like basically the Olympic gymnastics routine.
Yeah, where they had like 5 people doing this weird random routine to move one single little tiny boulder rock. It was so weird. It just seemed like it didn't correspond with the
it really didn't at all.
With the series at all.
They really expected to make, I don't know, 3 movies?
Yeah, oh yeah, that's the whole book 1. Wow. But here's the thing.
We should do an entire episode on the movie.
I know, because I've never seen it. But whenever I
watched
the trailer,
the season 1 like finale of the podcast.
Okay, yeah, that's a good idea.
Oh my god, yes.
But when I saw the trailers, I was like, this looks so cool, because to have a live action Avatar is just so cool for me, which is why I'm so excited for the new Netflix series, because I feel like they're gonna do it right. Because Netflix does it right. Netflix knows how to do it. Can you believe that like literally people don't care about cable anymore, and people have accepted content from online streaming services? That's so crazy. And they planned it all along. They planned it.
I don't think it's crazy.
Like people did. I don't know if you're kind of younger. You're 3 years younger than me. I don't know if you remember
3
this,
years younger, and I know nothing.
People would, like, it's not a thing. You wouldn't go to an online streaming service and expect to get like good content.
I mean, yeah, I guess so. I mean, but then you got all the YouTubers.
They had Orange is the New Black and House of Cards, and they literally bought Emmys. Like, they put so much... Because you've seen the Adam Ruins Everything on True TV episode where they talk about, like, how people get Emmys and how it's literally a promotion thing. That they put so much money into marketing towards the board that votes. They'll throw them parties, give them extravagant gifts in order for them to vote for it. So it's literally just who has the most money. For the most part, that's same with actors, movies, for all these award shows. So literally, Netflix set out, they were like, we need to be respected. In order to do that, we need to win an Emmy. So they put so much money into this Emmy campaign, and they won. They won 3, I think, for House of Cards. And then after that, they were like way more respected and stuff. Yeah.
Wait, how much money does Netflix make? Because everybody pays $9 a month.
No, I think it's higher now. I think they changed it to like 15 or something. Like we don't pay that.
Not 15. I think it's like 11. I know it's higher than $9. Y'all, we were around when Netflix sent out
That's
discs.
What I'm saying, and it was like $4 a month to get like as many discs. We watched Looney Tunes. That was, we watched weirdly old stuff.
That was the bomb.
Actually, you know what? I think we started watching Avatar after the M. Night Shyamalan. I keep saying that.
No,
the movie came out because if we started watching it before the movie came out, we would have been so excited for the movie and went to see it in theaters. But we didn't.
No. Hold on.
So it must have.
Hold up. We started watching it before the movie came out.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Because I don't remember being like, oh
because
my God,
I'm pretty sure we knew. I'm pretty. Did it even come? I have no recollection of it ever coming out in theaters.
It was a big movie.
I think so.
Show.
But I just don't know. I think Daddy wouldn't let us see it because it was like PG-13.
I don't think that's the case at all. I don't know why we didn't see it or why maybe because we didn't know it was playing in theaters. We were sort of young. But anyway,
wait, can you search what year it came out?
Just wait.
Oh my God, fine.
I want to. get back to Michael
yeah,
and Brian.
okay.
Michael and Brian, how they created this whole thing. Basically, they were both like, oh, you know, we want to, like, create a show. So they went to kind of, like, this pitch meeting, and, they didn't even have a pitch. They were like, sure, we like you guys, just, like, bring us a pitch. And in 2 weeks, they came up with almost this entire series, which is so crazy. They created such a world, such a unique world.
Yeah, it's an entire world.
That's my problem. Is like I can't even imagine creating a world so great like that. And in just a few weeks. But what I really liked about this is that they said they had planned basically the whole thing before they started doing anything. So they knew what was going to happen. And I think that always makes me feel good. For some reason, I don't like when stories... Like, I feel this with
like
TV
they make
shows,
up things on the fly.
like cable TV shows. Yeah, where like every episode they're like, oh, what should we do next? Oh, we'll do this. I like stuff that's planned out. Which is why with the original Star Wars, like I think they said George Lucas created the first Star Wars, but like he didn't know they were going to make more.
Oh, yeah, it's
like
all over the place.
And he just like create stuff after it. I don't know why, but that like makes me feel like it's ingenuine.
Yeah,
and I don't.
It's
like
it
it
stuff
much.
after it, but somehow before it. I
know,
can start with the episode
I'm not talking,
like 4.
I'm not talking about the prequels. I'm just talking about like literally the other two.
The most recent ones.
The other 2 episodes after A New Hope.
Oh.
Because I feel I don't know. I'm like he didn't plan this out. He didn't know what was gonna happen. It was supposed to be like a one-off story.
Wait, A New Hope that's not episode 4, is it?
Yes.
Oh my god, it is.
Yeah.
I'm
I'm gonna be so embarrassed if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure that's right. And for the first thing they made actually was an animal that looks like Naga from Korra, and then that kind of morphed into Appa.
Aww.
But did you know that they to create the art direction after they kind of got their pitch approved and got the pilot, they got able to make a pilot, they went to Korea for months and did the art team there in Korea.
Oh, that's so
and they lived
cool.
there and like made it there, which is so cool.
Wait, so is this whole world based off Korea?
I guess so. I always
because
knew it definitely had an Asian influence, and I think it was supposed to kind of be,
because it seemed more like the architecture kind of looks Japanese, but then I feel like, I mean, I don't know.
I know, I would assume Japanese, but I think it's more Korean than anything.
Especially if they went to Korea.
Yeah, they went to Korea to get all these art people to do it. And I remember they said their main art director at the time said that they didn't think it was going to be possible what they were trying to do because it was, they were still hand drawing everything. And they were like, it's just so much to hand draw in like a certain amount of time to make a series. Also, you know what's weird? This, I think, at least this first part, it's in 4:3 ratio. What? It's literally a square.
Oh, yeah. 4:3, a square.
That's a square.
It's a square to us.
Yeah, okay, so go on. What were you saying? That's basically all I have so far. I only watched the first, like, half of the first third of the documentary, and that's what I got out of it. But I really want to keep looking into Brian and Michael, literally the people in charge of all of this. They were in charge of Korra, and they did a lot on the movie, and they're doing hopefully everything.
Yeah, hopefully everything on the movie.
I think they are. I think Netflix
the
is putting
live
all
action series.
I mean, these guys have a lot of respect for what they've done.
Oh yeah. But anyway, back to the episode. So, in this episode, basically, so last episode, the episode ended when they sent off a flare, and Zuko, our antagonist for the time,
Yeah, at the time being,
is it's just like, okay, we're gonna go capture the Avatar. An incredibly powerful force sent it off. Anyway, so Aang and Katara come back to the village, and the village is just like,
banished.
no. Yeah, immediately.
They're like,
I don't know.
we took a vote, the entire town voted. It was great because we only have 15 people in our town, so it was very easy to count these votes. And they said it's a no from us.
Banished. Honestly, in this series, they banish people like I say yeet. They're like, yeet.
Oh my god.
I know. I had to bring that up. I'm sorry. I love the word
Also,
yeet.
okay, so Zuko was ready to fight this Avatar. He
really was.
He comes into this village, and he's like, where's the Avatar? And he says, then he grabs, Katara and Sokka's grandmother.
Gran?
Yeah, okay, I'm sorry.
Gran?
Yes, Gran. And he says, I'm looking for someone should be about this age. So he's assuming that Aang has been training for 100
Yeah.
years, mastering it so perfectly, he couldn't even win a battle against
I
his gosh darn
know.
father.
Oh
and
my
he
God.
thinks that he's gonna beat the Avatar.
He really is so ignorant
He's
and like
really 16.
self-centered. He wouldn't even like listen to Uncle Iroh being his trainer. He was just like, I'm ready for the next move.
It's like, you are 16.
If someone trains
In the words
as
of
an
Aang,
Avatar,
you are just a teenager.
you're just a kid. Well, you're just a teenager. I felt that a lot, man. Anyway, so basically he gets banished, and then
But then, Zuko comes in and he's like, where's the beef? From that Wendy's commercial. And the Aang is like,
no, that's Arby's.
no, that's we have the meat. Wendy's is where's the beef. I think.
Why do they have a commercial that's where's the beef?
It was like a grandmother. And it was like a commercial like 10 or 20 years ago. Probably more close to 20
my God,
or 30. And she's like, where's the beef? And
my
that's
God.
where that phrase came from.
Didn't they also do the one commercial where it's just like the memer and the guy with like glasses, he takes a bite out of the burger and he's just like eating a burger like a boss. It was so bad.
What you're talking about.
Anyway,
So the Aang comes back to try and save them, and here's an important part. Okay, Zuko boinks boinks Sokka three
Literally.
times on the head.
with his broken up stab, and he goes boink boink boink, and that comes into
Yeah,
a lot of
that's
play
the
later.
actual sound effect. was
Yeah,
boink, boink,
literally.
boink. For an intense fight scene, like as this was, there was a lot of moments where they put in like these weird sound effects. Like after that boink like knocks Sokka to the ground, it goes weird.
It's amazing because they have like such epic fight scenes, but then like funny stuff. And there's a part where Aang yeets him off of his feet, and he just lands like with his face in the snow and his butt up.
Yeah.
It
And then
really
his helmet
is.
lands on his butt.
That's so
As
perfect.
the final touch, the crown on the bum.
Hey, don't say that. All right. And then so Aang's just like, fine, I'll go with you because, he's a wonderful person.
Yeah, and he's like, I'd rather sacrifice myself than let the 10 people in this town get a little ransacked.
Okay, I'm going to talk about the town real quick.
Yeah, this town
How-
is a source of
I think
wonder.
I said last episode, I was just like, how do they survive without incest? All right. Okay, because like even if the guys came back, there'd be no more than like, sorry,
Thank
had a
you.
burp. No more than like, I don't know how many, probably 40 people. No more than 40 people. And unless people like move away and move in, which I doubt they do because they haven't had like contact with their sister tribe for a long time.
They haven't had contact with anyone.
Yeah.
They literally thought Aang was magic. In a world where you can bend, they said he was magic.
Sokka didn't mean that. Sokka's just sarcastic. So, but anyway, so they live in the middle of Antarctica. Okay, there's like 10 people. There's no way they'd survive without incest. So they have to like have incestual, which is probably why they have so many non-benders.
Oh, true. That's true.
But yeah, so they don't have any trees or any like grain, any sort of
Yeah, they
food.
literally live
Their
on ice.
Their only like source of food would be fish.
But they can't grow crops. And they don't have imports of any kind. Nobody's coming and giving them stuff.
Yeah. And then they don't have any trees for kindling, for building, so they obviously have to get that imported. But what do they have to export? Ice?
We saw Frozen. They were like
That
cutting
is
up
true.
ice. They seem to be using it.
But it didn't look like a solid industry.
Yeah, and then Sokka was like disappointed when Zuko like ran right over their protective wall,
Which
border
is
thing
literally just
made of snow.
I
It's
know.
like, sorry, try. We read the Little Pig's fable. We know
Yeah.
if straw doesn't work, and what was the other one?
Sticks.
Sticks, then like snow isn't gonna work. The big bad wolf is gonna blow down your snow castle. Yeah.
Not impressed. But anyway, so they have nothing to burn. Unless they get, like, imports every few weeks of wood that they can burn to, you know,
Which they
survive.
don't.
I know, they don't. They haven't had contact with the outside world for, like, how many things? So, unless they get it imported in bulk. But what do they have to pay for it? They literally, it's a communist state right there. It's pure communism.
I mean, that was like that was what the world was like, though, years ago.
I mean, I guess
like
so.
100 or so years ago when there were tribes, you know, before Christopher Columbus like came to America and stuff.
100 years ago, before Christopher Columbus.
But they could like plant crops, and they had wood, so that was different. I mean, no, their tribe is like based on Inuits. Is that what it's called? I think so. Inuits. I don't know.
I think so, but I can't say the word that everybody's thinking because apparently it's a slur.
That's so crazy. Are you sure? I don't think it is.
No, I looked it up. It's like a racial slur.
I don't understand how it is. Because it's just like a word that describes people who live in ice.
No, but like it's apparently a racial slur that like I don't know, Canadians used when they drove the Native Americans out.
Anyway, but people lived in those tribes in like igloos and stuff before we had technology or anything.
You know
so
what? I guess
worked.
that is true.
So somehow it must have worked, like, in real life.
But yeah, so don't say the word that we're all thinking of right now.
That's so weird. I don't know if I believe that.
No, and they were like, oh my god, it makes me so angry because it's like a slur. It's a racial slur.
That's crazy.
I know. But anyway, so if you have ever seen the movie, or not movie, the series, or even just like a screenshot of it, you know Katara has hair loopies. And it's mentioned
so
throughout the entire series.
Yeah, people call it the hair loopies. That's a technical term.
Yeah, it really is.
By the show.
Even in the last episode, they reference the hair loopies.
When?
Yeah, remember when Sokka's painting the picture and he's just like, what's that? That's your hair loopies.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I know.
Thanks.
Did I just fart?
Oh, I'll know in a few seconds. Ask me again in a few seconds.
I don't know, I just heard like a weird noise.
Anyway, but her grandmother also has hair loopies, and I think it's so funny that they'll like portray emotion with these hair loopies. Like they'll always cut, their hair loopies will stay perfectly still, and then they'll cut to like a reaction shot, and then the wind will blow, and their hair loopies will wave in the wind. It happens every time, but it only happens
with
when there's,
any
like,
emotion too.
Yeah, it only happens if there's heavy wind or it's like a silent reaction shot. There's suddenly wind and it blows the hair, the hair loopies.
Or if like Aang sing Katara and like one of her you know, it's like da-na-na, and Katara's just like ooh, and her hair loopies are swinging in the wind.
No, because that's usually when they're in water, and she puts her hair down when they're in water, and it's not freezing cold in the Arctic.
Oh, that's true.
You know what's so weird? Here's a physics Avatar question. Is when Aang tries to stop the fire, he waves his staff to create, like, to kind of wave the fire off or whatever, but he's literally pushing air onto the fire, which we know creates fire. When you know, making a fire, you want it to light up, you, like, blow on it, put
but
air
also
on it.
if you, like, you can blow it out if it's stronger.
But the air is definitely not stronger than the huge fire they're shooting.
Are you sure? Because he spins it pretty fast. He's like, "Wachow."
True, and I mean it is true. He can fly into the air with it.
Or it's a vortex to take out the air, so that the fire's just like gone. So
how would a? Oh, that's true. But how would you decipher? No, because the vortex would come from the back. But then how do you determine what's the back and the front?
Yeah. It's a stick.
Oh my
anyway.
God. I love how in this show, like, whenever Aang fights, he's so much more powerful than everyone. But he, like, when he was fighting with Zuko in this episode, he kept, like, making sure that he was fighting Zuko by just mildly inconveniencing Zuko. He never hurt him. Like, he, like, took down this wallpaper thing and kind of wrapped Zuko up in the wallpaper. And, like, just kind of, you know, casually shoved a mattress on him to the side of the ceiling.
He takes the mattress, yeets him into the wall so hard that Zuko completely is out cold. Like, literally, wachow into the... Okay, but also, Aang doesn't really fight. He just kind of avoids.
I know. What I think is so cool, because you have all these fight/action scenes with a hero that doesn't want to fight.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's true all the way to the end. That was the main That's honestly main predicament of the story, is like, how do I defeat someone without killing them?
Yeah.
I think that's like probably the main theme of the whole.
Does he ever like hurt or kill somebody?
No, nobody dies. The only time I thought someone dies is when I think it was General Zhao.
Yeah.
When Aang was like in the Avatar state and made a huge like bubble monster of himself in the water at the Northern Water Tribe, he like throws Zhao off something or into the water, and like I'm pretty sure Zhao was never seen again. I'm pretty sure. I just remember always thinking like that's the only time when someone died.
Yeah. But anyway, so I know people die in the series. People die.
I don't know, because when people are like
Jet
thrown.
Died.
Oh no, but even still, like that's up for debate. That's very ambiguous. It was a very ambiguous death, right? Or did a rock fall on him? Or was that just in the Ember Island players? I forget. Like I don't remember watching this episode.
It was the Lantern Lake, maybe?
I don't remember what happened. I just remember he was possessed. And
he was hypnotized.
He was hypnotized or something, and he I don't know. I forget, honestly. There's some episodes I've seen millions and millions of times, and others I don't even remember.
And then Korra comes along. She kills everybody.
Yeah, Korra literally is like, give me a person to kill, and I'll do it. Try me.
You know what? After this, I want to create a podcast just me criticizing the entire Korra series.
Oh, no, we're doing Korra. Anyone listening, we're doing Korra after we do Avatar, on this same podcast.
Yes.
It's an all things Avatar world podcast. We're doing this series. We're doing the movie. We're doing Korra. We're doing the new series on Netflix. Who knows when that comes out, though? I feel like, I don't even think they cast anyone yet.
Yeah, I think it's
sure
like way
it's just
in the
an
future.
idea right now. We're doing maybe that documentary I found on YouTube in 3 parts that was made in like 2005.
Oh man. But anyway, so
we're gonna ride the roller coaster in the Mall of America.
Oh my god, if we get enough followers and we can like generate money, let's literally go there.
You think we should spend money to go to Minnesota?
Yes, 100%.
Ride a single roller coaster.
Yes.
That's at the most gonna have some pictures of Aang on it, and that's all.
Okay. I strongly agree. I remember I was in Mall of America, and I think it was just you and we like walked around, and I remember walking like the same, I don't know. There was, like, almost nothing. It didn't feel like a big mall. Yeah, because they have the same 5 stores on every single floor, on every single corner. It's like, get some different stores. The only good thing about Mall of America is the Barbie Life in the Dream House and the roller coaster.
Well, that was just, like, a convention. That was, like, a convention center that someone, like, brought. So they have different stuff all the time. Did you know that?
No.
Yeah, no, Barbie Life in the Dream House was just something there for like a few months.
That's so iconic that we went there like just in time. And
we talked about this last podcast.
I know. Literally, it's the most iconic thing we've ever done. You know what? After we've done all the Avatar things, we're gonna do episode by episode Barbie Life in the Dream House.
Yeah, if you haven't watched it yet, you definitely should.
Oh my god, it's so good.
So funny. Oh yeah, this podcast is about Avatar.
Oh yeah. Everybody in this whole show has daddy issues.
Yeah.
I can't think of one person who doesn't have daddy issues.
Zuko's like, my father will be impressed by this. And
I know.
What did he tell Aang? He was like, I can't wait to bring you back to my father. Of course, a father isn't something you'd understand.
Literally, he said that. And then, so Aang does... who are Aang's parents?
You know, Zuko is like really, really
he's
moody
ugly
about his dad, but Aang seems fine about literally not having a mom or a dad at all.
Or any, like, general...
And Katara and Sokka are kind of like mad at their dad all the time. Like in the one episode where they finally like reunite with their dad, and he's like, Katara, why are you being so, like, angsty towards me? And she's like, oh, Dad, I wonder why.
You left me.
But Aang,
she took the kids.
Aang is, like, literally so much of a god, an avatar, that he's just kind of, like, there. He's a whole entity in himself where he doesn't have an origin. like
Okay,
parents.
but does he have his own personality?
Yeah.
But, like, he's a reincarnation.
Yeah, but I think that only really matters when he's, like, in the Avatar state.
You know what?
And he's
Probably.
talking to them.
Probably. Or in the spirit world.
I wonder if the Avatars... This was never... By the way, at this point, we do not know that about past Avatars, and we do not know that they're controlling the Avatar state. Anyway, but I wonder if those Avatars are just, like, sitting around in, like, a null... like heaven,
yeah, because they're
afterlife,
conscious.
and
they're
then
conscious.
and then they're like, I wonder when the next Avatar will go into the Avatar state, so I can finally like get a look at the world and like do something. For
I like
once.
how you're literally foaming at the mouth.
I'm sorry,
like you're talking so
I
much,
didn't
you're foaming at the
swallow
mouth
for a long time.
Oh my god!
And then Aang has the audacity to cut these people off for 100 years.
Literally, he's just like, you know what? I'm gonna take a nap for 100 years.
And
then,
no mom is gonna tell me to clean my room, which was a reference in this episode, by the way.
I haven't cleaned my room in 100 years.
Yeah, which is so weird. Things like that, where he says like, I haven't cleaned my room in 100 years, and also Sokka referencing magic, are like little things that kind of are like non sequiturs. Like they don't really relate to anything, and it kind of takes me out a little bit. I'm like, oh, what is this?
But it's like the weird comic relief.
I don't know.
It definitely is comic relief.
I mean, yeah, but it's in a weird way. I think at this point, to be quite honest, if I had watched, they said that in the documentary, they said that they tested the pilot in front of a ton of kids and they really liked it, and so that's why they got 13 episodes. But honestly, if I would have watched that first episode, I'd be like, I guess.
Yeah, it really takes a while to pick up.
Yeah, it takes something you have to like be completely immersed, I feel like, to actually genuinely enjoy it. Just from that, I probably wouldn't have watched it, just because I'm a person... Like, I need to know something in order to love it. Like,
yeah, I need something to bring me in.
Like, Arrested Development, I can't imagine, like, watching an episode and liking it. There's no way. Because it's so much around referencing old things they've done in the series and, like, knowing so deeply the characters and the situations.
Oh, yeah.
That if you were to just watch an episode, like, I know people who've watched random episodes and they're like, that's the dumbest show I've ever seen. It doesn't make any sense. And it's awful. Even though we're like, it's the best show ever.
I know. It literally is. But anyway, what was I gonna say? Ah, dang.
Did we even finish the synopsis of the episode? So after... Oh, yeah, okay, so after
basically
Aang starts kind of, like, very easily fighting these people off on the ship. Terrible guards. They're just like all... I don't even think they're guards. I think they're just assistants looking for, like, a day pay job, like a day rate.
I know, but obviously the Fire Lord is funding Zuko.
I know, that's what I'm saying.
Is Iroh funding Zuko?
Iroh is also, like...
Where's
not banished, but I was like...
Yeah, he's kind of, like, cast out.
Yeah, he's cast out. I don't understand how Zuko has people following him literally from the Fire Nation when he's banished.
I know, but I still think he is funding. Because he is still the prince.
His dad cares.
No, he doesn't.
Then how is he getting this? Nobody's going to follow Zuko.
Because he's still the prince. He's still... the prince of the Fire Nation.
Guards aren't just gonna be like, we have orders.
Yes, they literally do. They're just like, okay, Prince Zuko.
They're gonna be like, we have orders to like do what our government says, and our government says you've been outcast.
I know, but they're... I think he is... I think his dad is funding him.
I think they're just people in these monkey masks. Yes, they look like monkey masks.
They really do.
Or they look like skulls.
Skull monkeys.
Like skull monkeys, yeah.
Anyway.
I love how, for most of the series, the guards are kind of like...
I've said but anyway for like 6 times already, and every single time you just cut me off and keep on going what you're talking about. Every single time.
Okay.
Oh my God.
We'll talk this through in our therapy session next Thursday.
God.
For now, we're on a podcast. But what I was saying, see, I'm going to finish my thought. You say but anyway, and then you stop talking for
because
5
I
minutes.
have things to talk about too. This is not...
now I forget.
Oh my God!
Just go.
The Southern Martyr tribe is not a sustainable tribe, okay? I have no idea how it survived. Nobody has solid structures, okay? It's literally just tents and igloos. They have no source of firewood. They would have died from lack of nutrition by just that. So what... Yeah, what the heck is up with the Southern Water Tribe? They never go back there. They never in the series do they go back to the Southern Water Tribe.
Oh, yeah, I guess so, yeah. They go to the Northern Water Tribe a few times. Yeah, I don't think they ever go back to the Southern Water Tribe.
Yeah. But they revisit in memories.
Yeah, especially with flashbacks of people.
Uh-huh.
But then, once Aang, like, easily fights off these guards, Sokka and Katara are like, we're gonna go after Aang. And they, like, point to their little tiny 2 pieces of wood boat
But how'd they get the
think is gonna
wood?
catch up. That they're somehow thinking is gonna catch up. But they actually don't. They mention it. They're like, how do we expect to catch up to that Fire Navy ship? But then they see Appa. And my favorite part in this whole episode, it's so iconic, is when they're on Appa floating in the water. And Sokka's like, what'd that kid say to get it flying? Yeehaw, yoo-hoo, yip yip. And it flies off and like the music was building the whole time. And it's like that whole epic like da 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 da.
No, he's just like, up. Levitate. Or like, I don't know, it was elevate, like ascend. He's just like, what did he say? Yip yip. Wah, 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 wah. We'll be here all night.
Thank you. We've been signed by Universal.
Okay, but the guards are so bad.
I know. But no, what I was saying is they're kind of like masked, no personality people for most of it. But they have little tiny spouts.
They had mustaches. Did you notice that? They had mustaches.
The guards?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
The guards. When their helmets were knocked off, they had mustaches.
Oh yeah. Those little like 2 pieces of.
No. It was like just
no.
It was like a wide Hitler stash.
It was like if you took a snake, okay?
No, it wasn't that.
No, I was looking. It was like if you took a snake and
No,
you
it
stuffed
was
it
just
through
like-
your
it
nose.
was just
so
like
there's
a
just 2
line-
strands.
No, it wasn't.
Well, then I was looking at someone who had a mustache.
It
like
literally
that.
looked like a broom on their lip.
I did not see that.
And
did
I don't
not
think
remember
anyone has a mustache like that. Maybe someone iconic, but anyway.
that. Cops don't usually have like the broom
Yeah,
mustache,
they always have the broom mustache.
or like the dad.
I've never encountered someone who has like the broom stash.
because
It's ugly.
It's so terrible looking.
I know, like who, like okay, a general like mustache, like 2013 Tumblr mustache, that could be stylish, but just something that sits there.
Yeah, the broom screams serial killer.
Yeah. Oh my God. Yes, it does. What is it like? I don't know. Ted Cruz looks like he would have one. He doesn't, but.
But I love the point at the end of the show where they take over the ship. This is way in the future. This is literally the last episode. Where Sokka's like, they take over the Fire Nation ship, blimp, I should say. And he's like,
Oh my God,
everyone,
spoilers.
please go to the bottom pit for so-and-so's birthday. And then the one guard's like, oh my God, I can't believe they remembered.
And then they just yeet them off the blimp.
And then the one guy goes, happy birthday, man.
Oh my God, it's so wholesome.
Which is what they missed in the movie. I say as I've literally watched 3 minutes of the movie in its entirety.
You know what? Those few minutes, they say all. But anyway, so basically, I think there's 6 guards in all on this ship. So, no, there's 7 people.
That we see. I mean,
No,
you gotta have
9
people in the
people.
boiler room.
No, 9 people.
You know,
there's
actually guiding the ship.
there's the captain, then there's Iroh, then there's Zuko, and then the 6 guards.
Are you trying to add?
Yeah,
6 plus 2.
I know. I was just like, there's 6 people in all, and now I'm left with 5, and I don't know where I went wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Oh wait, no, my pinky's part. Okay, 6. I got it. So and they're just such bad guards. So then, Aang
I know,
gets,
they escort Aang to his chambers by just one person standing in front of them and then the other standing behind him. And then Aang threatens them and they don't do anything.
I know, they're just like, and then he sneezes and they're both knocked out cold.
It's like you could have held his hands or his feet or
That's
something.
gay. You can't hold hands. That's gay.
True. Probably why they didn't do it.
Yeah, they're like, oh, sorry, man, no homo. Like, it's just a personal thing. It's not you.
Oh my God, that's so funny because last podcast you were like, let's turn this into a Little Dicky
Oh
podcast.
my God, yes! I love Lil Dicky.
I only know one song.
I know. You definitely should listen to White Crime and White Crime's the only other funny one because Let Me Freak is kind of bad and I hate that song. But then Bruh and the Antagonist Part 1 and 2. They're more rhythm.
I heard a song that he did where it was like him talking about how he's like really fiscally responsible. He's like rapping about how like he saves his money and he doesn't
save that money. He made an entire
song.
music video about like he was just like, we're gonna try to spend the least amount of money making the most bomb music video ever.
Oh, that's cool.
And he made the music video was like him going up to like this really rich person's house, just like, hey, can we film in here for a few seconds? It was like really cool.
Oh, that's so cool. I would watch that like just as a YouTube video.
Yeah, basically Jake Paul. Oh, that makes me so upset. But anyway, so they're bad guards, and then they push Aang off the ship. He goes into the water. He goes into the Avatar state.
And Katara and Sokka. This is the first time he goes into the Avatar state. The second episode. I thought it was further than that. I thought he had trouble getting into the Avatar state.
Later in the series, when he was trying to.
Oh, okay.
He never. I don't think he ever tries to.
But
unless
was this
someone's
really
in
like
danger.
a serious situation that like he was getting in trouble for? It's not like they were
But
seeing
it's-
Sokka and Katara and were like, we're gonna attack them, and he was like, don't, not my friends.
No, but Katara was just like, Aang! And then, like it played. So basically it's implying that Katara has the power to bring him in and out of the Avatar.
Yeah,
state.
and I think that happened before.
Yeah,
I
it
think
did.
it's so weird how he's such a connection with these people he's known for 2
I know.
hours.
But like also at the same time, he's been inside an iceberg, and I guess when he was with the
100 years will give you such a crick in the neck. Thank you, Robin Williams.
it's 400 years.
But
you
he was-
uncultured
he was-
swine.
He was in the iceberg for 100 years.
I know.
I adapted
oh my
it.
god. Anyway.
Read the room.
Oh my god.
I'm the only one in here. Read me.
Oh my god. Anyway, so it happens multiple times throughout the series where Katara is the only one to be able to bring him in and out of the Avatar state. But it's really weird because, like you said, they've only known each other for like, I don't know, 2 hours. But I guess with the monks is that like he never really had a family because he never mentions a mom or a dad or
Yeah.
brothers or any
It's so
sisters. So I don't know if it like with the Air Nation, if it kind of goes into like a communist state but of relationships where it's just like you're not anyone, like you're not
you don't
anyone's
belong to anyone.
Yeah.
You're kind of
you're just
entirely
a
your own-
younger.
You're on your own, and yeah, it's that's such a weird. It's so different from every other nation because every other nation kind of brings up people like
Every
like,
other nation is kind of like really
like our
family-centered.
society, yeah, and like people did 100 or so or a few hundred years ago, like how it worked, but.
I don't know.
I think that might be the actual like monk culture though.
Yeah.
But I mean, what happens? But Tenzin, when he had in Korra, he had a completely family centric life.
He really did.
Where he raised, of course, he was like the only airbender.
Yeah.
But like he raised his kids, and he had a wife, and they had like a nice little family, and they did family stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. The Air Nation is so different from any other nation.
Yeah.
Like, they're spread out, and they have the most spiritual connection.
Yeah, because everything else, like the Earth Nation is all in one clump. The Fire Nation is one little Japan like
Not
space.
Japan-like
Yeah,
space.
I think it's
more
supposed
like
to
an
be
Australia-shaped. Like,
I thought
Australia,
it was more crescent moon.
like, it is crescent moon, but it's kind of like Australia, like, large-wise, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely bigger than Japan on our whole world scale. But anyway, I mean, in the Water Tribe, obviously, has 2 different sanctions, but the Air is 4 different tribes all over the world.
And I guess they're still, like, in tune with each other, but as you go throughout the series, you see, like, more and more different, like, I think they go to all 4 temples.
I don't remember that. I don't know anything about the Air tribes.
At first,
The Air
so in the
temples.
next episode, they're gonna go to the southern air, the Air Temple, and it's weird because it's a temple.
No, the temples are so different because there's that one that's like in the sky.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then there's one that's completely upside down, kind of like Mesa Verde. It was very Mesa Verde feeling. Where's that? Colorado? I think so. But when we were at Mesa Verde, I was like, this is just like
Yeah, definitely.
Avatar, and that I don't even know what air temple that was. And then there's the one where those earthbenders took over and kind of started building new technology.
Yeah.
But
then it's so small. So they never, like, if you look on the map, it has, like,
I know they're all so
just
small.
like islands, but it's a temple.
But
You know?
they're all completely different cultures. It seems like how can they possibly be connected?
Yeah.
Because I think Aang was raised in an air temple, and I feel like if he was at any other air temple, he'd be raised completely differently.
Yeah.
And it's like there's such a difference between the Northern Water Tribe and the Southern Water Tribe. There's a difference between the fire colonies in the Earth Nation and living in the Fire Nation.
Yeah. I guess
know.
that's
So I think it's so crazy how detailed everything is.
But yeah, they put so much thought into this. But anyway, so in next episode, we're gonna take a trip to the Southern Southern Air Temple, and we'll see what happens there. So I think that's it for this episode. And yeah, White Lotus. Peace out, gang.
White Lotus.
No.
White Lotus.
No. This is what we not gonna do. We are not gonna do this. No.
Our podcast.
Like and subscribe. Turn on our notifications. Yeah. Follow me on Twitter.